Welcome to the Naked Peaches. I'm Anna.
I'm Taylor.
And today we do have a special guest, but first we're doing a couple updates, just me and you.
Yes, we have some things to discuss.
Yes.
I realized we had done so many weeks of starting off every episode being like, Taylor, what's the vaping update? And then I just never spoke of it again. And so I just wanted to share, you know this, but I haven't vaped in over a month now.
Claps. Golf clap. Yeah.
The 15th, I think, of January was the last day I vaped. So it's been a little over a month.
I'm so impressed with you.
Thank you. I will say I don't feel like I have nicotine cravings that often anymore. Sometimes I'll think about it and it sounds good, but I'm not it doesn't really affect me throughout the day. But I am miserable a lot more of the time. And I've made an appointment with my doctor to try and get my antidepressants increased. I'm the dose, there's something, it depleted something in my brain, be addicted to nicotine for that long. I don't know, that some sort of receptor has been drained and it needs to be filled back up.
That makes sense. Well, because, that's why you have, a nicotine addiction, because it's literally, it's doing something to your chemistry.
I'm trying to fill a hole inside of me that hasn't been replaced by anything else.
Okay, well, I love this for you.
That's the update.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
So wait, are you done with your nicotine patches now too?
Yeah, I'm done with the patches.
Wow.
I went through the full cycle. The box comes with, I don't know, 6 weeks or something like that, or 4 weeks of the highest strength one, and then you go down to half of that, and then you go down to half of that one.
Okay.
And I got to the lowest strength one, and I had a couple days where I would forget to put it on, and I realized it I wasn't really affecting me when I wasn't putting it on, so I just stopped using it because I was okay, I've successfully kind of weaned myself off at this point.
Okay. And then you had the gum.
Yeah, I was chewing the gum if I had a really bad craving while I was on the patch, and I seriously thought that doing all of those things, I was how is this doing anything? I'm just replacing it with literally more nicotine. But, it actually did work, and I don't know. I feel I wouldn't have been able to do it if I hadn't had the patch for, the constant steady stream and, the way they taper you off of it, and the gum for, when I just really needed, a rush of something.
Yes.
I just needed to feel something.
So I know it.
Yeah. Our guests can't help but chime in.
I'm sorry. You guys know me.
You're almost allowed to enter the chat.
It's almost your time.
I have been hand signaling this whole time that they're talking.
Literally. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted to update everyone on is that I started one of my cover-up tattoos, which is a big deal because I just feel it's so much less fun to get a fucking cover-up tattoo than it is to get a brand new tattoo.
It looks so dope though so far.
Thank you.
I know it's just the outline, but I love it.
I love it too. I'm really happy with it. It was so itchy the last week, but I'm really excited to get the color done in a couple weeks, and then it should be done.
Okay, so that's it. Just one more session.
Yeah.
Yay. And then we'll do another shoot.
Yeah. And then the last thing I wanted to share is that on our episode with Lauren, we talked about the BDSM test that you could take online that would tell you what your persona was or whatever.
Yes.
And I took it, and Colin and I took it together. And should I save the answers for when we do our Q&A later?
No, I think... No,
okay, I'll just say it. Okay, so I got 90% of something. Can you guess what it was?
Vanilla?
No. 90% submissive. Okay, and I will say, I always thought, oh, I'm vanilla, because honestly, I thought that, for some reason, I thought being submissive was being vanilla, because it's oh, I just want to have no thoughts, you know? And, but that's a kink, so I'm 90% kinky.
Wow.
Just want to share that after calling yourselves vanilla. I think I also always kind of thought, oh, all girls are like that, you know, which, that's, kind of toxic of me. I don't know why.
You guys are killing me that this is, a Taylor Anna chat, because all I want to do is, interrupt you guys.
Okay, just join in. You just join in. You've broken the fourth wall already.
Should we introduce me?
Yeah, this is Amanda, guys.
Amanda's back. Amanda's
Guess
back.
who's back? It's me. Hi, everybody. It's Amanda.
We're so happy to have you back.
You guys, I'm so happy to be able to talk now. I've literally been like, yeah. Like, you guys, I just want to talk.
Okay, well, what do you have to say?
Okay, I have to say that I'm not shocked at all that you're submissive, because in your, like, work life, you are taking charge. You're constantly, like, not shutting off your mind. And so in sex, you don't want to have to think about anything.
Yeah.
You want somebody to take on that role, which I think Lauren talked about a lot, was like, and I really resonated with that. I don't want to think about anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't shut my mind off ever, and I know that you're really a lot like that too. And to just like have someone say like, get on your knees or whatever,
Literally.
like I don't want to do anything. Like,
Yeah.
I just, no thoughts.
Yeah.
Not a thought in my brain.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. And like, I didn't even really realize that was like a preference, I think, until I took this test and I saw like, oh, I got 90% that, and is not, that's not what he is. Obviously, because that's why we're compatible. But yeah, it was interesting. Definitely worth doing.
What's Colin?
His was like, switch was his first one, which is like, I think the reason he got that is because he would never say like no to anything, basically.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm willing to try anything. But then the next one after that was dominant. He got like rigger, which is like a rope top, and I got rope bottom as like my next one. So I was like, maybe we should try that after we've like had all this.
I want to know about the questions. Like, can you give an example of one of the questions? Because I want to take this test now with AJ.
Yeah. So one of the questions that I remember was I prefer to let go of all control. And it's like, you answer them from like 1 to 5. So like,
Okay.
strongly disagree, strongly agree, whatever. So that was one that I was obviously like strongly agree. I want to have no control. And then there are other ones that were like more out there. Like, for me, I would like to be part of a 24/7 dynamic where someone always has control over me. And so the answer to that for me is no. But that is an option. So there's like, it's stuff like that.
Yeah.
However, there's 2 versions of it you can take. So there's like a more intense version with more questions. And I think it has more kind of like kinky things in there. And that's like designed for people who are kind of more into BDSM, I think.
Okay.
And then there's like a more basic one.
I need the
we probably
the
should
most
have
basic one ever.
Yeah, I would have, if I could go back, I would take the basic one because I don't think we
Oh,
needed
you
all
guys did the kinkier one.
Yeah, because we were like, we want the full picture.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was like not necessary.
What one would you take?
I did it back in December. Gavin and I both did it. I don't remember which version we did. But mine was like pretty much all submissive too. Like that's
Really?
all. Yeah. And I agree with you. Like I am so crazy all day long and so like type A that like I don't even want him to ask me like, does this feel good? I'm like, don't ask me any questions.
Don't
like,
speak to
like,
me.
I just,
Literally don't
like,
even say one word to me.
I just don't like
Just work
Yeah,
it.
like if something isn't working, like I'll make sure we both know. But it's just like, don't ask me any questions about anything. Like,
No
that's-
thoughts in your brain.
Yeah.
Literally no thoughts. Brain empty.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. I wonder if a lot of women feel like that.
Probably, especially ones who are like running fucking businesses and stuff.
Oh, yeah. That is interesting. I would like to take a poll on that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we should ask this in Instagram stories.
Yeah, I
Like-
would love to do a poll and see like what our listeners got when they take this test.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay, well, you do it with AJ.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then we can post your result in the story.
Okay,
Yeah.
we need to do something like that because we need to spice things up right now. You guys know that my hootenanny has cobwebs in it right now, which it still does because I'm still waiting a few results of some like vagina things. I like
health stuff.
Health
yeah,
stuff.
just some health stuff. And but maybe that will like ignite it because when you don't have sex, like I feel like personally if I don't have sex for a little bit, I'm like I could literally go the rest of my life without having sex. And then I need to like
You need to
getting
get in the
back
rhythm.
into it. So maybe that will just like kickstart.
It'll give you an idea of something
Yeah.
to try.
Yeah.
That's different.
Totally.
That, a spicy book, and
Oh,
then...
girl, don't even get me
leave it.
started. Please.
Wait, okay, I have a question about spicy books because if you are feeling like your sex drive is lacking, but
Yeah.
you're still reading the spicy books all the time.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like that's kind of giving you, like, it's like, it feels like you're still kind of having a sex life because you're reading these spicy stories?
Yeah, totally. For
Okay.
me, especially right now in this
Yeah.
lull, it's like giving me what I need. It's like it's giving me the nicotine that I need.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. It's kind of like what we were talking about with Coyote last week.
Yeah.
With, like doing rope, because we thought, oh, every time you do rope, you're getting fucked when you're hanging there, which is like very much not the case. And I feel like I kind of thought, I haven't really read any spicy books, and like when you guys talk about it, I just assume like, oh, you're reading the spicy books and then you're getting turned on and then you're having sex right afterwards.
No.
So
well, sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah.
Like there'll be times where AJ is like downstairs hanging out and I'm like reading and I'm like, come upstairs.
It's like, yes.
Yeah. But no, I think it like scratches an itch, right? Like especially right now for me.
And some of them aren't like, some of them have a couple spicy scenes,
like,
but they're not like, it's not like every 20 minutes you're, hitting a spicy. So it's like you might be reading.
Build up too.
Yeah.
Like I'm reading a book right now that Anna let me borrow, and it's like just dips its toe in spiciness. And I don't necessarily even know if I want to go like full spice, because then you're like giving up plot and like character development.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that's really important to me. Like I have to like these characters.
Maybe you should write the book that's like full on sex, but also like good plot.
Well, you guys know that this is a question that we're gonna ask. That I do want to be a writer.
True.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Okay, so I have a couple updates really quick, and then we'll go into
Let us know.
Okay, so last week when we talked about, this was 2 weeks ago, when Megan was asking us a couple questions, and she was asking us about our families and then being like supportive or knowing or whatever, I completely forgot to talk about my in-laws, and I felt like such a dick as soon as I left, because I was like, they are like my biggest hype people. They are always hyping me up with all the work that I do.
She thinks that Chrissy Teigen is going to come shoot with us.
Yes, yeah, my mother-in-law was literally like, oh, Chrissy Teigen, I bet would be so interested in what you guys are doing because it's so cool. And I'm like,
I love that.
Yeah, of course. So they're amazing, and they're super supportive, and I just feel so lucky that I have them. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out. And then the second thing is I've recently started this journey on TikTok where I'm rating every croissant in Portland, and it's been so fun. So far, Ken's Artisan Bakery is the top of the list.
It looked so good.
I'm literally getting one today.
We're
literally salivating right now.
I've only done 3 places so far, so I mean, but so good, so fun. And if you're listening and you have a favorite croissant in Portland, tell me, because I need to go. I have a whole list now from the people in the comments on TikTok, but
they're kind of blowing up.
They really are.
I feel like you're becoming the food influencer that you were always meant to be.
Yeah, I really hope so. It's just so fun.
I'm still waiting for a ham and Swiss croissant, or like ham and cheese, some kind of.
Oh, do you want me to try one of those?
I so badly want you to try one.
I will.
And tell me.
I didn't know that my audience was wanting.
Oh, honey, I've been asking for it since this was even a thought. I am a ham and Swiss croissant whore.
Okay.
Well, you have to say it in the comments.
Yeah,
I have.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and look.
Don't forget the little people.
Sorry.
Wow, she's already forgetting where she came from.
I will find one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wonder if
I like it extra toasty.
Those are my 2 updates.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
I can't wait for your next croissant video.
Thanks. I think my next one is going to be Twisted Croissant, because everyone keeps telling me about this place and I've never been.
Twisted Croissant. Okay.
It's on the east side. Have you heard of it? Have you?
Right.
I would really like to come with you on one of these croissants.
Yeah, come.
Yeah. Like, I want to go, and then I see a video and I'm like, okay, guess she forgot that I wanted to come with her.
I'm hungry. We all need to go get croissants.
We'll go this week. We'll put it in the calendar and we'll go. All right. So with that said, today, because lovely Amanda's here, we're doing a Q&A episode, because we've had a lot of questions, and then last week a ton of people submitted even more questions, and so we just figured this would be so fun to finally answer all these questions and obviously bring you here, because you're the best.
I'm so happy to be back. You guys know I love this.
We're answering questions like all about, like, I mean, people like to ask us about doing shoots, what the studio is like the experience. We have a lot of like personal life questions. Like all kinds of stuff.
We have a super important update.
Oh my god. We almost forgot.
Oh my god. Wait, I think it's what I think it is.
Okay, so if you listen to the episode where I talked about how my obsession was the book Cultish, you know we've been looking for a name for our audience for months now. We've been trying to find the perfect name to, describe you guys, like, make sure that you know that, like, you are special to us.
Oh, yeah.
And that you're seen when we're talking about
because calling you the people is just not...
No.
It's not descriptive enough.
No.
You're not just the people. You're our people.
You're our people, yeah.
And Amanda came up with literally the perfect name.
Wait, before she announced it, I just want to tell everybody that as we were brainstorming, I was coming up with some truly horrific ideas.
No, Taylor was like, it's giving middle-aged white dad.
One of them that I had was Peach Pals, and Taylor
was like, immediately.
Taylor was so frightened.
It's embarrassing. It was so bad.
I'm pulling up our chat so I can see if there are like any other good ones that we should share before we share the real one.
Anna's like crying, you guys.
It was I'm crying because when I wrote it, I was like, "This is a good idea."
This is fire.
It was like,
Anna's like, "This is fire, you guys."
Okay, Peach Pack was one.
Oh my god.
Peach Pals and Peach Pack. Those were your two standouts.
You're welcome, everybody.
We also had Peach Cult, which
it doesn't roll off the tongue.
It doesn't.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Well, it looks like we didn't have that. Oh, Peach O's.
Yeah, Peach O's.
I really hated that one. But you guys really liked it, and I was getting really scared when we were talking about it.
You guys know I went straight to like thesaurus and was like, this is like one of my favorite things to do in like marketing or anything like that. I love brainstorming and coming up with names. Like, it is my number one thing. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
Should we share it?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
We've had a lot of build up.
Peach Posse, baby. Sorry.
Wow. That's the new intro song for the podcast.
That's literally the new intro for the Naked Peaches.
You guys, Peach Posse.
You're the posse.
Okay, and the reason why we really liked it is because we can say, like, pop your posse.
Wet ass posse.
Wet ass posse. Like, all of those things.
The opportunities to expand on it, they're endless. They're so good.
Yeah. Tell us what you think. We hope you love it.
Yeah.
Peach Posse.
Yeah. We love
Swish it around in your mouth a little.
And then spit it out.
Okay, let's get into our questions. So before we start answering all of them, I just wanted Amanda to answer the question that we answered about how does your family feel about like what you're doing in your career and all this.
I mean, they love it. Well, I think for me, and we briefly touched on this when I was on last time, but I was so stressed out in my previous jobs. I would cry every single day because I would just like, I hated what I was doing. And the fact that I get to wake up and like, I don't get the Sunday scaries anymore. I get to wake up and like, I work with my best friends. Really lucky. And that obviously affects the way that my family feels too, because they are affected when I'm crying and upset and like not wanting to go to work. You know, everyone is so happy that I'm doing this now. And it's like, the support is endless. Everyone loves it. They are always asking. My literal grandpa was like, you need to get your grandma in there.
Yes, grandpa.
Yes. So everyone loves it. They couldn't be more supportive. So
That's amazing.
I'm not happy for you.
thank you.
You were so miserable before.
So miserable.
That was not what you were supposed to be doing.
Oh my god, you guys. They're so happy for me. I'm so happy for myself. Like, I just feel like, what? This is what I do for work? How lucky are we? We're so lucky.
Yeah.
You're
we
such
really
a like a happy, positive person that just the thought of you crying every day makes me so sad.
It was not a good time. Yeah, this is like a totally well, I'm also on like anxiety medication.
Filling
Which
the
I think
void.
helps. Yeah.
You know, I will say, as like your boss, I like never refer to myself as that, but just like for this specifically, I feel like just the way, like when you told me stories about your old job and like the way your boss would treat you, I feel like I'm so grateful for all of you guys, and like I always really try to make everyone at least know that they're appreciated by me, even if like you are having to work really hard or whatever. Like I feel like everyone knows that I'm super grateful to have them on the team. And like I don't know, I just like I hear stories like that and I'm like, when you have someone good working for you, you need to fucking recognize it and like be grateful for them. And like it's crazy to me to like hear these stories of like bosses like taking you for granted because they have no idea like what they had having an employee like you know?
Thank you.
It just pisses me off.
Yeah, and you've always been like that, even when we worked together previously.
Yeah, tell me their address. I'll go knock on their door and sit to their face.
Let's go get them.
Yeah. The Peach Posse is coming for you.
Oh my God, yes. I love that. That makes me so happy.
So our first sort of like segment is questions about the experience of doing a shoot. We get these questions a lot. I'm really glad that so many people submitted like anonymous questions because I think sometimes people are like afraid to ask these things. And I just want to say, like, first of all, you can always ask us questions.
Literally anything.
Yeah. Like, we're very like open book about things. And if there's something you asked that we didn't answer today, it's because we didn't have time to get to it or because it was like a trade secret that we couldn't give away, you know? Like, there are certain things that we may not get to, but we're trying to get to like almost everything that was asked. Mm-hmm.
And we can do a part 2 in the future if there's a ton more stuff that people want to know.
For sure. I feel like we have to make this like a regular segment because I feel like our industry itself is just a mystery, you know? So people are like, what? I need to know everything about what the fuck you guys are doing. But the first question is, what if I had to have a bad back and I can't arch? Which... I can answer this one. I feel like it definitely will limit some poses that you can do if you don't have the ability to arch your back. And obviously the ones that we show in a lot of our posing videos are ones where we're arching a lot because we're sharing the stuff that is like the most dramatic, like the furthest away from like your everyday posing of just standing in front of the camera, you know? So we're trying to like show you the more extreme stuff, but we have had plenty of clients who've had like back surgeries or just have back problems, and that, you know, we have lots of other poses that we do that don't involve arching that are going to make your body look really good and still be like really make you feel really hot when you look at the photos. So that's not a concern. And one of the things we ask in our questionnaire is if you have any like limitations we should know about with your body. So we will take that into account.
As someone who literally cramps when I arch, I did poses that I wasn't necessarily like arching for my life in, and I still felt so hot in my gallery. We're gonna put you in poses that make you look the best and make you feel the most comfortable.
Also, knees comes up a lot. A lot of people knees, on their knees on the hardwood, it's really hard for them, but we can modify anything.
Yeah. We have so many fucking poses, dude. Like we will cherry pick the ones that are perfect for you.
Throw them on a chair.
Yeah. Just get on a chair, baby.
Or the bed.
Or the bed.
Yeah. We'll make you a mermaid.
Yeah.
Well, and that is also a question in the questionnaire is what's your vision for this? Like people like one of my last clients said like rich bougie glam, and I was like, say less, honey, let's do it.
I love that.
So just anything like that, a mermaid, a painting, a Renaissance painting.
Literally my favorite shoots have been those ones where people have asked for something really specific like that.
Yeah.
And then we get to like bring their vision to life and then be like, look what we made you know? Like we did it.
Yeah.
Or we'll have people come in like Sammy and say, Sammy literally was like, I don't want to think about anything. Like I want you guys to tell me everything. Like tell me what to do.
I can relate.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. I feel like this experience actually of like doing that shoot and then these questions, I'm like, I have some ideas for new things I want to add to the questionnaire.
Ooh, I love that.
Just like, giving people the opportunity to say if they want like a silent, you know how hairdressers offer like silent appointments now? Giving people the option to have a silent glam. If they're like, I don't want to be chit-chatting with you guys.
When I would do consultations, I would literally say, if you want to, we can chat. Otherwise, you can literally take a nap if you want to. Like, just tell us. This is all about you. Yeah. This is your day.
I just feel like I do come in there and I just start talking. Yeah. So I'm not, like, checking in and being like, do you want to talk or do you want me to leave you alone?
Yeah,
so,
that's
like,
true.
You know, just adding that in there, giving them the option to just say it so that they don't feel like, okay, I have to find a way to work it in there to tell her to fuck off, basically. Yeah. And so that one, and then also, like, what level of comfort with like hype do you have?
Some that's
people are like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that is part of what we provide, but like if you're like, I really am uncomfortable with that, then like we need to know that going into it, you know?
And probably don't book a shoot with me. I'm just kidding. No, I feel like I saw that's another question that we got, and it's like, I think it's really all about like reading our clients too, right? I am going to be the most over the top person. That's just who I am. But if a client is like a little bit more reserved, a little bit more like quiet, and like, you know, if you can tell that they're uncomfortable with like, yes, bitch, like, obviously I'm not gonna be insane and like be crazy. It's like all what you're comfortable with, right? But yeah, I think that's a great question to ask. It's like,
I've never seen you not be insane.
That's not true.
Amanda can read the room.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, I like being insane. So say less.
Next question. Are they really that over the top in a good way? Yes.
This feels targeted.
Yeah. Okay, I will say though, it's like you just said, reading like energy, but we do really exciting stuff. And so like when you're at work and like it's really fun and you're having a great time and you're with a bunch of fun people, it just gets really exciting. It's like a fun time.
When someone nails a pose, I can't not scream. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Or when you see someone like who came in and they were really shy and they're like, and you know, they're just like very nervous, and you see them kind of like
break
start
out of
to
their
feel
shell
themselves and be like, you know, you just can see that they're like having that like switch flipped in their brain where they're like, oh, I actually am like a bad bitch. You know? It just is really fun. It's like most people don't get to experience this at their fucking job every day. And it's fun.
You guys, this is our literal job. Does it just shake you to your core sometimes?
Sometimes.
Yes. Yeah, if I really think about it,
Okay, literally I was thinking like, I just told AJ recently, like I could never, ever go back to working in corporate again.
No.
Like, now that we've had this experience together,
it's ruined me for the rest of my life.
It's ruined me for the rest of my life. I will never not work with you guys.
Yeah.
Like, in anything. I literally told AJ, it doesn't matter what we do, even if it's Boudoir or whatever, like, we will be working together for the rest of our lives, period. Yeah. Like, I'm not working with anybody else.
No.
Okay. Wait, I want to answer this next question.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
So it says, do they have panties to wear under the lingerie? So, obviously, everyone knows I'm a clean freak. It's not a secret.
Before we started podcasting, she was telling us she is worried about, I mean, we all should be worried about this, but she's worried about the quality of the water and, like, all of our food and stuff because of what's happening in Ohio right now.
Yeah. Guys, I'm scared.
She's thinking about these things.
I'm scared. Okay, but the clean lingerie. Yeah. So, yes, we do have panty liners you can wear underneath the lingerie. Also,
but not panties.
Not panties.
Yeah,
please don't wear panties under your lingerie.
No. It's like a stick-on panty liner. Like, when you buy a swimsuit, like, the stick-on material that's on that.
Yeah.
But we also do wash and sanitize everything in like Lysol disinfectant sanitizer. So it is very, very clean. Like you,
like
most
Anna
people,
worthy.
I would wear it. I do wear it.
Yeah, you do.
And most people, I would like 99% of people don't opt not to use the liners because of that.
Yeah.
We recommend not wearing it.
But it's all very clean. We have a system.
Very, very clean. Yeah.
Cleaning system.
Yeah.
So questions about our personal lives, the juicy stuff. Let's get into it.
Pop that posse, baby.
Let's pop those posses. What conversations did you have with your partners before deciding on how open you'd be about your relationships on the pod?
I don't think we ever sat down and had a conversation of like what I can or can't say or anything like that. Mostly because I just feel, well, no, Gavin's a supportive king. Let's just go there. Like he's super supportive. He's always like down for whatever. There's probably things that I wouldn't like, I can't even think about what it would be right now, but I'm sure there's like things I like wouldn't necessarily just like say because it's like just more personal thing, but not like something I'm actively keeping. But I feel like there's just probably things that I just like we know between us is like, oh, this is just like our relationship, and then most of everything else I share. I'm kind of more of an open book anyway. I feel like especially when people ask me things, I'm an open, like I'm not someone that's just gonna like go out and just start saying things, but if people ask me questions, I talk about things.
Yeah, we did have a conversation about it beforehand, but it was specifically because my therapist was like, you need to talk to like the people that you're closer to and like address this with them. And so we talked about it and we both just kind of agreed like, obviously don't give everything away. Like don't tell every single piece of our relationship to whoever's listening because it could be anyone. It could be my in-laws. It could be his friends. It could be random strangers who want to try and figure out where we live. Like just anybody. But so I try and not like tell everything about our relationship because I like want to keep some things just for us. But I feel like the stuff that actually is, like, interesting to people, we talk about. And I also, like, one thing that we discussed was that, like, if things came up on the podcast that, like, I could come to him afterwards and be like, hey, we talked about this. Like, is this okay or do we need to re-record it? Like, it is one of those things where I feel like you maybe don't even know that you cross the line until you do it.
Yeah, that is a good point. There have been certain, like, little things where we're talking about something and then Gavin's like, don't put that on the pod, but, like, we both are, like, laughing. It was like, no, I wouldn't say that on the pod. But it's kind of like what you just said, something where it's, like, little things that it's, like, this is just, like, us in our relationship.
Well, and to be able to have, like, open communication about it, I think is the number one thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like, to be able to go to Colin or Gavin and say, like, hey, I brought this up, is that okay? Yeah. You know, and, like, that's the number one thing that's important, is to be able to, like, talk to them about it.
Yeah. Oh, he also was, like, if there's an episode where you're, like, really talking a lot about sex you had with someone else, like, tell me so I don't listen to that one.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. And I was like, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are certain stories he doesn't need to hear.
That's fair. That's fair.
Describe the best sex you've ever had.
You guys, I feel like it's to come.
She has to take the BDSM test, and then she's going to get back to us about this one.
And also, like, there is another question here. I am so vanilla. I am so fucking vanilla, you guys. It is so bad. Like... Yeah.
But you won't always be.
I won't always be. I do want to, like, start branching out a little bit and start to, like... I don't know how to sometimes, like, introduce things, you know? But I don't even know what I like. Stuff. I know. I don't even know what I like. That's how bad it is. Like, I just need to figure out, like...
You need to try things.
Yeah, you need to try things. That's the only way to figure out what you like.
Everything.
I love that. Okay, make that a TikTok series.
Yeah, you're coming back for another episode of Random.
Yeah,
I'm
not trying everything.
In 6 months.
No! Give me, like, 10 years.
In 6 months, Amanda's going to be leading a podcast on all things sex.
Yeah.
Like,
what if you make a goal to, like, once a week try something new?
Okay, twice a month.
Yeah, twice a month is doable. Okay. I need to. We need to dust these cobwebs off.
Put it in your Notion.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Stop it.
Make a calendar reminder.
Okay, you're right. Okay.
What comes to mind for me specifically, I don't know, I feel like in general, like, sex is more memorable when it's in places other than the bed where we have sex all the time.
Yes.
So I'm thinking of, like, certain, like, vacations.
Yes, same.
But, like, one in particular, we went to Vancouver, BC, and it was, like, this trip that was, like, Colin had won some sales award at his company at the time, and they sent us to Vancouver, BC, and, like, we got to stay at, like, a really nice hotel, and it was, like, this high rise with giant windows, and it was one of those ones where we're just like, you feel like you're like so high up, like kind of like some of the hotels in Vegas are, you know, and the wall is just windows.
In the clouds.
Wow. In the clouds, yeah, and you're just like, I am rich, is the feeling that you get when you're in this place. And I remember having sex there and it being like really good, and it's really memorable because of, like, the view. And also there's an element of, like, can people see us? Like,
I love that. I love that.
So that, for me, that's the one that comes to mind.
Yeah. For me, I think there's, like, a few times, like, in the very beginning of the relationship that come to mind just because it's so, like,
so
new and fresh. And, like, one time at, like, a party, we, like, had a quickie in a bathroom, just, like, that kind of stuff where it's just very, like, you know, it's like, I need you right now kind of stuff. But... similar to your story, when we went to Greece on our honeymoon, we had this one hotel that had a really cool, it was like a full patio, like it was on like the top floor of it's just like European town building. So everything's like a few stories tall, but I'm not super, super high, but a really pretty view, like overlooking like Athens and whatever, and we were like out on that patio and just like had sex out there, and it was,
I love that.
Yeah,
it was so great.
On the patio?
Yeah, on the patio, it's like nighttime, it's warm, it's vacation, you're like everything's amazing, and like
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
and you're relaxed. That's the thing. It's like, I am such a stressed out, crazy person that I think I only have like the best sex when I'm on vacation because I can finally relax enough to like enjoy sex.
Totally, yeah. And you also like, I don't know if maybe you have this like. With where you live, but I feel like I sometimes am like, what if the neighbors hear us? Or like, I don't know, like I feel like on vacation, all of that stuff is like gone because it's like you're on vacation, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, I do need to give AJ some credit though.
Yeah.
Because that's not fair.
No, let's go.
Okay, tiny bit of backstory, which I can't believe I'm sharing this, but I was like so anti him eating me out because I was like, when I was growing up, I had a boyfriend who was like, you're disgusting, or like, you're gross. And I was like, scarred for the rest of my life, literally from like 15 years.
Oh my God. How many women do you think are just traumatized about having men go down on them?
Yeah.
Or some teenage boy was like, vagina smell bad.
I actually still like don't have Gavin go down on me that often at all because it's like it's not him at all, it's me because I have like fucked up things in my head from high school. Like,
so fucked up. Like I've like talked to therapists about it. I never talked to AJ about it for a really long time. And I would just be like, oh, that's not something I'm interested in. Like, I don't like that. I finally, like, one day it was like, we were in the shower. Like, we would shower a lot together. That's where we would have, like, our deepest conversations. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I told him everything. Like, I dated this guy. he like said he never wanted to eat me out again, and I was like so like traumatized. And so I told AJ that, and he's like, literally don't care, that's a boy, I am a man. And like he would be like, no, I want to so bad.
Okay, that's hot.
Yeah, it was really hot. Yeah, he loves me no matter what. Like, why I'm so in my head about like this one thing a boy said to me when we were kids, you know?
Mm-hmm. You guys. And you've never looked back.
I've never looked back. This man. You guys, this is what got me pregnant. I literally, it was like one of the first times, after like all of this stuff, like after me telling him.
I love this.
Yeah, yeah, and like it makes me feel so good now.
New rule that I just decided: the day you decide to stop being afraid of what your vagina smells like is the day your life begins.
Literally, it literally does. It literally does. Anna, I'm waiting for an update from you.
Yeah,
you guys, maybe I need to go to therapy for it. To be like,
seriously,
it's all in my head. I know it's all in my head. And it's not that we've never have or anything. Like, we've been together. Like, obviously we have. It's just that most of the time, I'm just like, no, just don't. Because it's like, I have a mental block. And then I feel like I can't let myself go to enjoy it. Yeah. Even though he's doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
And, like, on vacation, there's been times where it's like, I'm so chill, I don't care. And I'm like, and then I'm like, this is amazing. Why am I like this? Like, I hate myself. And then I just get in my head again.
Yeah. It's hard. I feel like I grew up like, vaginas are gross. And they're not. They're so beautiful and gorgeous.
Well, I will say I'm a big fan of exposure therapy and like acting as if and just doing the thing that you're scared of doing. And then like, eventually the belief will come, you know? And I feel like it sounds like that's kind of what happened with you, is that you had to just be willing to dip your toe in, and then once you were like, okay, I'm just gonna let him do this whenever he wants, like now it's going wild. You know, so I feel like sometimes it's just a matter of like just kind of being like, I'm just gonna do it even though I don't actually mentally feel like I'm there, and then you get it's like the same thing as the makeup thing. Yeah.
Well, and for someone to be like, no, I want to do this.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's hot.
That is hot.
Yeah. Okay, so our next one is, what makes you feel powerful?
Okay, I actually do have a quick answer to this one.
Tell us.
You guys know that when I put makeup on, please don't fucking speak to me, don't talk to me. I'm such a bitch. I literally, like, it just, like, sometimes when I, like, just put my makeup on, I put a cute outfit on, so powerful, so hot.
When you
do
that,
quick thing,
and then you take all your selfies and you post them on your story, like, I've never told you this before, but you are very good at just, like, these faces you make at the camera when you're feeling yourself are, like, you have really good, like, it's, like, you make these subtle differences in your, because you take, like, 4 or 5 photos. But they're so,
you know, when I post a 4-photo thing that I am, like, feeling myself.
Yeah, you look so, I'm like, how is she doing this with her face? I don't understand.
God,
I'm always very impressed. I love looking at them.
Wow,
I second that.
What makes you two feel powerful?
I think it's the same thing. It's, like, looking cute and like doing my makeup, wearing a cute outfit, feeling like I look like myself, like my outsides reflect my insides.
Yeah.
And then I think just in general, there's like a baseline of like I have to do all these like other fucking things on a daily basis to just not be insane. I have to take care of myself. Like I have to get enough sleep. I have to work out. Like
we have to take our pills.
I have to take my fucking meds. Like all of that stuff. There's no power without those things.
Yeah. So I second everything both of you said. The only other thing I'll add is when we were talking 2 episodes ago with Megan about like just doing things out of your comfort zone and like accomplishing things. I feel like there's moments like that in my life where like I will feel very powerful because I've just like learned something or like overcome something where I'm like, wow, like I just like worked through this thing for the last, you know, however long it was, and like look where I am now versus 6 months ago or whatever it may be. Like that kind of stuff makes me feel good.
Learning something new is insane.
Yeah,
like I know that, but it is like it change. I feel like it changes your brain. Like it gives you confidence.
Yeah. Well, and I like feel like I have to tell you too anytime I learn something new with like photography or anything, because it's like, oh my god, yay! You know?
And like just doing things that you're afraid of, and then coming out on the other side. I feel like that's a big one for me. I should have said that too. If you had to suddenly change jobs, what would you do and why?
I would just go back to tech. Like that would be like my easy answer is like I would go back to tech.
Oh my god.
Okay, what about dream job?
Yeah.
Like
what if we're not talking practical here.
Okay,
God,
dream job.
Anna, you practical bitch.
Dream job. You know like Stanley Tucci's like what is it, Searching for Italy or whatever. Yeah. Have you seen this like thing?
I haven't seen it,
but I know what it is.
Yeah, like I just want to I want to go on vacation and I want to travel and eat and I want like film crews to follow me and I will just show people like beautiful places and beautiful food and like meet the locals. That's what I would do.
Okay, I can see that for you. Thanks. And I think you're working on setting yourself up.
You are.
For your backup with these new TikTok series. Yeah.
What are you going to do after croissants? Do you have an idea?
No, but
I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Madeleines.
What is that?
What is that?
They're like, you guys don't know what Madeleines are?
No.
Okay, well, you've been to Paris.
She thinks we're dumb.
Okay, I guess I'm the only one with any culture around here.
You uncultured swines.
Well, so I have eaten them in Paris. Ever heard of it?
Oh my god, I hate you. I hate you.
Wait, maybe I know what this is. I just don't know the word.
They literally sell them at Trader Joe's.
What is it? What is it?
They're cookies that are shaped kind of like, it's like pointy at one end. I don't know. I'm going to look up a picture and show you what Madeleines look like.
Maybe I think it's named something else. But yeah, I'm down to do that next. That sounds delicious.
I just have never had a good one here, but they're these.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, I just didn't know that's what they were called.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone's had these. They look like shells, kind of. Wait, Amanda, what's your dream job?
I want to be a writer. I want to be a like young adult suspense thriller writer, and I've actually written like the first 2 chapters of a book, and Taylor has read them before.
Can I read them? They're good.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the rest of the book.
It's been about 6 years.
Okay. Why haven't you like worked on it more?
She's been a little busy.
A little bit busy. Yeah, I don't know. I should. I like know the whole thing of like what's gonna happen in the book, but it's a lot. It would just like take me to like sit down at night and like write after work, you know?
Yeah.
And like right now I'm in my like reading era. I'm in my relaxing era, trying to. But no, I mean, if I don't publish a book before I die, I will be so sad.
You will.
Yeah. What's yours, Tate?
Okay, well, I need to make a correction because this one we answered on our Instagram stories, and I said I would be a spicy accountant.
Yeah.
And then I did some more research on what people who are spicy accountant means someone who has like an OnlyFans. I did some more research on like what you have to do to like actually make money on OnlyFans, and hell no, that is not for me. Like these people are busting their asses literally for like making so much content and like fucking masturbating all the time to make content.
Intimate content.
Very intimate content. A lot of it is like you're making like custom content for your followers. So they'll request a specific video from you. They'll request that you like say certain things or do certain acts or combinations of things or whatever. So it's just like a lot of like you're making a lot of content.
And do you really want to make content as your dream job?
Exactly. Like, I'm so burnt out on content as it is that, like, being like, I'm literally just going to do nothing but make content.
Do you want to come be a food and travel person with me?
Yeah, so I want to do that, but I think I would maybe try and go back to being a writer, but I don't know that I would want to write a book, more like writing articles.
Yeah.
And,
what would be your dream magazine?
My dream magazine? I mean, like, The New Yorker.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys ever read anything by Gia Tolentino?
No. Tell us about her.
She's like the best writer. She has a book called Trick Mirror that's so good, and it's all about like just being a millennial woman on the internet and like like it's just really interesting. There's some essays in it that are like kind of like a little too academic almost, but a lot of it is like very relatable and very interesting. And like there was an article in the New Yorker a year or two ago called Instagram Face that a lot of people read, and it was all about like everybody was trying to kind of create like have the same like homogenized face, and it was like it's like the filter effect basically, and she wrote it. She's just like a really good like cultural critic, and she's so funny, and like the way she writes things is so good. She's like what I think I sound like when I write, but like not what I actually sound like. I just love her.
Do you ever think about writing anything?
I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Do I do it? No. No, I like, it's like one of those things that's like on my like New Year's resolution list every year. It's like start writing again. Start writing in the morning. And it's like, bitch, I'm so fucking busy. Like this idea that I'm gonna like start an OnlyFans on the side and like start writing and like literally do anything.
Like Taylor can be the star, we all can help produce in the background, and then we all just split cut.
No, but the thing is, it's like it's not just posting topless photos.
Yeah.
You have to be legs open with your magic wand on camera. It's not
Froggy style.
Yeah, Froggy.
Anyway, so I would try and become Gia Tolentino. That's what I would do.
I love that.
I love that too. Okay, this next question leads into what you just talked about a little bit. Have you ever sold feet pics?
No, I have not.
I haven't either.
Too much work, dude.
Yeah.
I like, as much as I know there's all these like opportunities of things we could be doing with the sexy photos, but it's like, I am barely hanging on doing the stuff it is like that is required of me to keep this business running every day, to like support the team, to edit my photos, and then on top of that, to like be there for my husband, to like take care of myself, to work out, to get enough sleep, to have any semblance of a social life,
which I don't. Throw a kid into it.
I'm just like, I don't have time to take a feet pic and list it and then profit. I don't have time. It's not worth it to me either, because it's probably only going to net me like $50. So no, I'm not selling feet pics.
That's how much your pedicure is worth too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
No. 0.
Like, if you want to give me $5,000 for a feet pic, sure, I'll do it. But like less than that, no. Okay, this is such a good question. Do you prefer working with societally accepted beautiful women, thin, curvy, etc., versus heavier women? Any secret body judgment? I was like a little bit like, whoa, when we got this question, like I was not expecting to get one like this.
It's a really
but
good question.
It's a great question.
Thank you for asking, whoever asked it.
Yeah, whoever asked that, shout out to you. And I would say, like, truly, honestly, I don't think that I have that with our clients. I see our clients as beautiful, no matter what size. You know, I take pride in being like an artist, like, and I see our clients as works of art, and I just want to highlight your favorite things about yourself. And if anything, like, I do think that like I still have some fat phobia. Like, I don't think that I'm just like, I'm cured. You know, like, that's not realistic. It's something I've been working on for a long time. And I think that, like, my fat phobia is directed at myself. So, like, I can look at a client who is plus size, who is not, like, society's definition of, like, the beauty standard, and be like, you are hot, you're incredible, you're gorgeous, like, I love this for you. I have a hard time sometimes giving that same thing to myself. And that, I know, is a problem. And it's, like, something I'm really working on right now specifically. Because, like, knowing that I'm going to have a kid, like, or that I want to have a kid, I really don't want to pass that. I don't want to be an almond mom, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't want to give my kid, like, body image issues. So I'm really, really trying to work on my own, like, internalized fat phobia and have a better relationship with my own body so that I can not, like, project any of that on someone else. And I think that'll probably benefit me as a photographer, too, you know? Benefit my clients.
Well, and the second part of it is any jealousy. And I feel like what you said is, like, I see all of our clients as absolutely stunning, no matter what. And I think, like, jealousy, or, like, what I have a hard time with is, like, I work with such beautiful women, you guys and Anji, and I, like, everyone on our team. I've talked about this before, I think, whether to Taylor or both of you, like, I'm, like, the funny fat friend, you know, like, that's how I think of myself. And, like, I have a really, like, I have a long ways to go in, like, thinking, like, feeling that I'm beautiful, and, like, feeling that, you know, that I'm, like, comfortable in my body, which I'm not, you know, like, I think there's a lot that, like, I need to do to, like, mentally, you know, and physically. And, like you said, Taylor, like, I never want to pass that on to Stevie. Like, that would absolutely break my heart if she ever thinks about herself like that. So why do I give that to myself? Like, something my therapist always does with me is like, would you say that to Stevie? And I'm like, no, never, literally never, you know? And so I try to work on that just, like, on my own, not just in therapy.
So do you try and, like, correct the thought when you're having it, and then tell yourself the new thought?
I try.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work.
It's hard. It's hard to be vigilant all the time, too.
Yeah, it's hard to be vigilant. It's just another thing. Okay, and add another thing to our plate that we have to, like, be thinking about, you know? But
we're tired.
I'm tired.
It's a journey. It really is.
Yeah.
It's like that TikTok I made a couple weeks ago about, like, not feeling comfortable leaving my house without any makeup on, you know? Where it's, like, it's literally never a thought I ever have about any other person when I see them without makeup. Every time I look at myself in the mirror without makeup on, I'm just like, immediately no. Like, immediately put on makeup. Like, what are you even doing? Like, trying to exist in this world without wearing makeup, you know? But it's like, it's that kind of crazy stuff where I love our clients. I think everybody's beautiful. Like, nobody walks through the door where I'm like, I don't want to take your photo. Like, I've never had, you know, it's like,
never.
I think everyone's beautiful. And when people come in, everyone comes in without makeup because we're doing glam. And I've never seen someone come in and be like, oh, well, they're not wearing makeup today. Like, they're, you know, it's like, it never crosses my mind ever.
Well, and I think it helps. For me, I'm not like, oh, there is one standard of a beautiful client, because I've had clients on every end of the spectrum, every different type of thing, and they're all beautiful. So, like, for me, it helps me see that there isn't one beauty standard.
It's also really eye-opening, too, because, like, truly, I have never not seen a client and been like, holy shit, you're hot. Sometimes I'll, like, think about that while I'm shooting, like, oh my god, this client is so hot. And then I'm like, wait, I bet people think that about me. One, I wish I could give myself that same love all the time. And two, it's like, I hope that clients know that everything that we say is genuine.
Which one of you is the kinkiest? Well, I'm 90% submissive, so I guess I'm pretty kinky.
Wait, what's the other 10%? Or is it not it's equal?
Like I scored 90% on the scale of like how submissive are you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the question is like, how do you deal with imposter syndrome as a business owner?
There's two big things. And obviously I've already said that I am really into just doing it anyway. Yeah. You know, so if you think you can't do something, just fucking do it. Yeah. And like prove yourself wrong. Give yourself a chance to be wrong about it. Yeah. Because I feel like there's a lot of value in like just doing it anyway, and then that's when like when you see the result of like, oh, this is possible for me, that's when you'll start to believe that you can do things. And then the other piece I think is like talking to people about it, like not being alone, because like for me, when I start to have like really doubt myself and have like bad feelings about my abilities as a business owner or like my skills as a photographer or whatever it is, and then I keep it to myself, as someone who is very susceptible to depression and anxiety already, like it can take me into a really dark place of like self-loathing, being isolated, like, and then I kind of lash out at people and I'm like a bitch to everyone because I'm feeling like shit about myself, and it's like this vicious cycle. So it's like I have to, I don't know, I feel like I do this all the time. I'll be like, hey guys, I'm just like really having a hard time with XYZ right now. And like sharing it, because I think
you're really good at that.
Yeah.
I feel like it allows us to be able to be like that too.
Yeah.
Which I think we all have like had those moments of being like, ooh, I'm feeling this type of way. And that, you know, you lead by example with that. Like I feel comfortable to be able to do that.
Well, and also just like, I think there's some value too in being like, look, I'm really struggling with feeling like I'm a shitty photographer today. And then people might be like, but you did this and that was really cool and I'm really proud of you for that. Like it allows other people to help you if you are willing to be kind of like vulnerable about how you're feeling.
Well, especially like we literally just talked about this, but like we're our own worst critics, you know? Like you can sit there and be like, oh, I'm such a shit photographer. And then we're like, you're literally stupid.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. I second to what you said. I would also say, and I think this is hard because it's like, it's taken experience of like working to get to this level. But I've seen people at past jobs where it's like, they definitely aren't the smartest in the room. They're definitely not the best at what they do. They're definitely whatever, but they're confident and they're very assertive and they're usually a guy. Yeah. And they will get far in whatever they're doing. And sometimes they're like not even that smart and don't even have that good of an idea, you know?
Most of the time.
And every time I like really get into the like spirals where I doubt myself, I just think about people like that in this world that are succeeding, and I'm like, are they better than me? No. Are they smarter than me? No. Are they like, okay, no. So like I need to get my ass up and just like address this or work on this or do whatever, because it's like all these things that I'm saying to myself are not true. They're just like stupid stories I'm telling myself. And like there's people out there that are idiots that are succeeding in life because idiots. No, it's true, just because they decided they wanted to or whatever, or like, you know.
Read Brave Not Perfect also.
Yes.
I think that book helps a lot.
Yeah, everyone should read that book.
Okay, so the next question is who are your celebrity crushes, your problematic faves, and do you have a hall pass in your marriage?
Okay, I literally have to answer this question, you
guys.
Tell us.
I'm scared.
I legitimately, Angie and I, when we were working at Soul, like we had just like met each other, we were just becoming friends. We literally both made PowerPoint presentations of our top 10 hotties list.
Wait, and this is before people were doing PowerPoints as like a bit?
Yes! Yes.
You guys really started that.
Literally. I'm
impressed.
Got really into it. I made it in InDesign. I put pictures in.
InDesign, not even Canva.
No, not even Canva.
Can we see it?
Of course. I think I literally have it.
You literally
saved.
are going to have to post it on the Naked Peach story.
You should make this a TikTok and post this TikTok.
Literally, I'm going to try to find it right now and talk at the same time, but things have changed slightly for me in terms of oh, there it is. No, I found it. I'm dead serious. I found it.
Who's number one?
Who do you think?
I'm scared. I know who it is. Is it Machine Gun Kelly?
No!
Okay,
he's
good.
not even on the list.
Good.
Okay, oh my god, you guys, I even had an honorable mentions page.
Wait, what is happening with the fonts?
Yeah, these fonts are unacceptable. Unacceptable.
She's got a cursive and then she's got an all caps sans serif.
No.
No,
it's
you guys.
fully branded.
This is giving 5th grade font right now.
No, I have to even tell the best. Okay, so first of all, there's an honorable mentions. And then there's number one. Okay. And then there's...
She's really making us wait.
No, and then there's the one, which I put AJ in. Isn't that so sweet?
Stop. Okay, who is number one?
Obviously, Harry Styles.
I forgot about Harry Styles.
Oh my god.
Okay.
How could you forget about Harry Styles? Obviously, number two is Timothy Chalamet. I think a couple things would change, but obviously some things would not change. Some things that would not change are number 6, which is my hot prez, which is Obama and JFK, both together.
Yes, facts. Period.
Facts.
Threesome with Obama and JFK together.
Please, literally my ultimate
Say
goal.
less.
Say less. I had a father-son one, which would be David and Brooklyn Beckham.
No. And she says she's not kinky.
Who else is on here? I mean, Leo, specifically in the Titanic.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, that's
yes.
every girl our age.
Yeah.
You guys, my sister and I had the Titanic posters in our room growing up, and we would kiss them every night before.
No.
I'm gonna start crying.
Wait, are we gonna tell our quick embarrassing childhood stories like that right now? Because I literally fucking cross-stitched Nick in dark green because it was his favorite color to Nick Carter.
Oh my god.
And I sent it to him, and I thought that was gonna really win it for me. I thought we were gonna... How could he not love that?
How did you find his address?
Fan mail address. I don't know, on
a P.O. box.
Yeah, a P.O. box. From what were those magazines back in the day?
Did he write back?
Obviously not. We're not married.
It's for the best.
I think it's for the best.
Yeah.
I don't have anything funny. I don't have a funny story that I can think of.
But who's your hall pass? Who's your number one?
We don't ever talk about that stuff. I literally don't want to know. I do not want to know.
Okay.
I literally,
if
I find
all the
out
time?
one celebrity woman that Colin has a crush on,
you're gonna try to do anything. Yeah,
I will
all
become her.
We literally talk about all the time.
Do you have a male celebrity crush or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I have plenty. I mean, Chris Evans. I have a big crush on him.
Okay.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Daddy
Jake.
Daddy Jill.
Those are I feel like those are my two big ones.
Okay.
I'm sure I could think of more though if I really sat and thought about it.
Okay.
Oh, and what's his name? Michael B. Jordan. Obviously. That's everyone's celebrity crush.
Everyone loves him. Maluma is my number one. I love him.
I don't know who that is.
He's a singer. He's
really?
a Latin singer. Hot.
Yeah.
So hot.
Okay. Does Gavin know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Gavin, I call him Sophia's daddy when she comes, when we listen to his music. I'm like, Sophia, it's daddy.
Oh, I'm forcing Stevie to watch Harry Styles music videos.
I love that.
She, this long weekend from the snow, we literally watched Harry Styles music videos. She's really into, some of his songs, which obviously I couldn't be prouder. AJ loves Scarlett Johansson. Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't?
She's so hot.
But see, if that were Colin's, I would be like, well, I have to go get a boob job now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She has boobs and I don't, so now I have to go change I have to go get surgery.
We talk about them together because I'm like, she's so fucking hot. Yes, 100%. Okay.
All right.
I know masturbation is all about personal preference, but as a girly that currently has a partner and not interested in hooking up, what are your suggestions? I have some toys, but don't really know what to do outside of inserting the vibrator. And I get bored pretty quickly. And I feel like you need to answer
I'm just you should be inserting the vibrator I think that's number one.
But also, probably a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, get a vibrator that is for your clit.
Your clit, yeah.
Because that's where you want the stimulation.
Yeah.
Yes. And, like, obviously, you can do some insertion, because, like, there are nerve endings, like, when you insert, that's, like, I think Sammy talked about this, too, you know, but it's also, like, a lot of them are in the first, like,
inch
she said. Yeah. So it's, like...
Or inch and a half.
If you have, like, a dildo and you're just basically going in and out with it, like, that's probably not going to get you off, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I would say get your magic wand immediately. That is my first tip. Or just something that stimulates your clit and practice that. I also have heard advice from, like, other podcasts and, like, they'll bring on, like, other knowledgeable, like, sex people. But they also talked a lot about, like, just spend time, like, without toys, with your own hand, getting used to your body and figuring out what your body likes.
Yeah. The rose is another one. I've never tried it, but I know...
I have it.
Do you like it?
What is it?
I never keep it charged.
Okay, but when it is charged, do you like it?
Yeah, but, like, you say, like, I mean, it's, like, the hole is, like, this big that you have to, like, try to, like, like, the whole... Suction one. It's a suction, yeah. And I'm like...
Okay, that looks too small for my clit.
It's too small.
I wonder if you used...
She did a size of, like, a pinhole when she showed the hole.
What if you used it with a magic wand?
But...
That could be interesting.
But the magic wand, where would you place the magic wand?
I would say
the rose has to go on your clit.
Is like, if the rose is on your clit, the magic wand is like just, so it's like kind of like on your vagina opening a little bit, you know? And it's vibrating there, and then that is on your clit. I wonder if that would feel good.
Amanda?
Yeah.
That's your next
I don't have a magic wand, so that's like my first problem.
First order of business.
Yeah, first order of business.
You're trying 2 new things a month, is get a magic wand.
I know, I need to, after listening to Sammy's episode. And I'm still waiting on her book, or her ebook.
Yes, we all are.
I would say to this member of the posse, listen to Sammy's episode for sure, because she gave a lot of good, like, sex and masturbation tips. And get a fucking magic wand, dude. I swear. It's the best thing ever.
Wait, did you end up getting an attachment for it?
No, I don't have an attachment, because I'm debating whether I want to buy the new cordless one.
Yeah.
I think you do.
Yeah, I do. It's just, like, it's like $120 or something, so I'm just, like, it's in my cart, and I just, like, have it.
It's an investment in yourself.
I feel like the cord would take me out of my...
You guys, literally, like, a week after we did that episode, Cole and I were having sex, and we had the magic wand out, and I was, like, about to have an orgasm, and literally the cord pops out of the socket.
No.
And it just stopped me in my tracks, and I was just like, this is my own fault. Like, I have created this.
Yeah.
That is truly one of the worst feelings, when you are right there, and something happens, and
there's nothing worse.
No.
Like, I just started laughing, because, like, what else?
You have to. Laugh it off.
Yeah.
LOL.
All right, our next question that we got is, how can I achieve a picture-perfect bikini line? I have sensitive skin and struggle with red bumps and ingrown hairs. Makes me really insecure in lingerie and bikinis.
First of all, same. Like, I feel like I'm the exact same. I'm so, like, I get the worst bikini line, and I get ingrown hairs like a motherfucker. For me personally, whenever anyone comes in and they're like, oh, I have butt acne, like, oh, I have this thing that I'm really self-conscious about, I'm like, first of all, we all have it. Second of all, Photoshop, baby. And, like, it's more about the person feeling comfortable, right? Like, I want them to feel comfortable in the poses that we're doing, so of course I'm like, I totally hear you and understand. We all have it. Like, it's all like, we all have our thing, you know? But yeah, we can remove that really quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just, like, from a practical standpoint, like, some things that have helped me are always using, like, a fresh razor every time I shave my bikini line. I use, like, the Venus ones, and I just get the, like, new heads for it every time. And using the, like, super sensitive skin shaving cream. And again, like, I don't even use, like, a fancy brand. I just use the, like, Skin Timid one. The leaf blowers.
The leaf blowers are back, everyone.
Taylor's about to lose her mind, you guys.
The fur oil, I talked about this a couple episodes ago. I have been using the fur oil on my, like, back of my legs and my bikini line, and I feel like it's made a really big difference. Okay. And so, like, every time you shave, using that afterwards, and I feel like it helps your skin not get those, like, red bumps that I normally always get from shaving. So
I use deodorant.
I've heard other people talk about that too. Yeah.
So whenever I shave my bikini line, I just, like, swipe a a line of deodorant down.
Yeah.
I don't know the science or anything behind it. I just heard to do it.
It just works?
Yeah. And it definitely helps.
Do you exfoliate before you shave?
I shouldn't, but, actually, no, I guess I do, because I have, like, a scrubby body wash.
Yeah. Okay,
so
same.
that's exfoliating.
Yeah.
But I don't use scrub in the shower, because, honestly, I feel like scrub is kind of a scam, because you pay $40 for this little pot of scrub from Lush, and then it's gone in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's like...
No, I'm the same way. I just have a body wash that has, like, sea salt or something, whatever in it. But, yeah, I always make sure, like, I use that, or I wash first and then shave. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be, like, this certain, like, fur brand or whatever, but, like, anything that has, like, tea tree oil or, like, anything, like, that's, like, a natural antibacterial, I think will help with razor burn.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I just know that stuff specifically has worked really well for me, so we have a question from a member of the Peach Posse.
Yay!
Who is married and has a crush on their coworker and doesn't know what to do. About this, like, coworker crush, which, I don't know, you mentioned what you thought your response would be, and I think it's a really good one, so I think you should say what you were going to say.
Okay, so the first thing it's like, if you are asking if you should cheat, or if you're, like, thinking about cheating, like, you probably want to cheat, so it's like, I'm not going to be here telling you, like, cheat or don't cheat, like, also, I don't know, like, there's a lot of details we don't know, right? So it's like, are you guys open in your marriage? Like, do you guys do that? Is it, like, something where it's like, this has come up before? Like, if so, maybe that makes this easier.
I will say, I feel like we encounter more and more people who are in open relationships.
Yes.
So, like, maybe this is an opportunity to have a conversation with your partner about opening your relationship.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say that, like, before you do anything, like, have a conversation. Or, like, if you feel comfortable enough to, like, talk to your partner, like, what do you feel like you're missing from your relationship with your partner? Or, like, just sit and internally think, what do you feel like you're missing with your relationship with your partner that you feel like this other person can fulfill for you? And maybe that's something that your partner can work on instead. And you can, like, it's an opportunity to be open with your partner, you know?
Yeah. But the coworker thing, though, in particular, like, I would just say I don't know your working situation, but, like, be careful, because it's like, are you willing to lose your job over this thing? Like, if something does go south with, like, maybe you get together with this person, then it's like, it ends ugly or something, like, can you lose your job? Is it a weird thing where you have to, like, be in the desk next to them every single day? Or, like, you know what, it's just like, how can this play out? And, like, make sure you know all your different options, and, like, would you be willing to get a new job if it was so awkward or something, like, you know, if it ended really badly or something.
Yeah. Or would you be willing to be known forever as the coworker who had an affair at work and, you know, have people talking about you? Because I've worked in a workplace where that happened, and that was, like, the story of this couple, and everybody knew. And I cannot imagine how fucking embarrassing that is.
Yeah.
And it's like, if this coworker is a man, especially, I'm sorry, but no man is worth losing your job and ruining your marriage in one go. Like, the dick is not going to be that good, so just, I don't know, like, I would think about what really matters most to you in the situation. Like, is it your marriage? Is it your job? Like, is it that you feel really stifled in your life and, like, you're not, like, you do need a really big change? Like, I don't know, I think it's probably an expression of something bigger that needs to change.
Yeah. And 100%. Is it just a crush?
Yeah.
Because that's also, it's like, okay, you go to work and, like, you think this person's cute and they make you smile when you see them at the, you know, when you're getting coffee or something, like, cute.
Yeah. Like that's harmless.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
It's so different, like having a crush on someone and being,
versus
like,
willing to cheat.
Yeah. I'm going to try and fuck them in the common term. Like, you know, like, where are you on that spectrum?
Yeah.
We need more details.
Yeah, we need,
let's chat.
Send us another message.
Let's chat.
We need to talk more about this.
Let's chat.
Okay, that was all of our questions.
Wow. We made it, guys.
Yeah.
Really?
Amanda, thank you.
Wow, of course.
Well, there were more questions. We didn't get to every single one of them, but we tried to handpick the ones that are, like, the most commonly asked.
Yeah. Yeah. And Posse, if all of you like this, tell us, because we can definitely do more episodes where we do questions and just do a general Q&A.
Yeah. Well, should we do our obsessions?
Always. I love the obsessions. Amanda, do you have...
Okay, you guys, I kind of gave you a taste of this, but now I'm going to give you the whole thing. Chin lipo. I made a consultation to talk about chin lipo with a doctor because one of our clients referred this doctor to me. And, like, I'm just so intrigued about it. I, like, was looking back at, like, pictures of when I was, like, you know, felt like at my skinniest, you know, and I still had this, like, chin. And so I'm like, let's just see. I just want to dabble and see what it's about. Like, I want to learn more. So that is my current obsession. And I'm, like, also, like, into my popcorn making. I'm in my popcorn making era. So let me tell you the seasonings that I put on. So, like, you use your popcorn oil, and then you put salt, garlic powder, onion powder, red pepper, not pepper flakes, just red pepper.
Wait, what's red pepper?
It's spicier pepper.
Where do you buy it?
I don't know. My mom bought it for me. It's so good. It's
but
so
it's
spicy.
Different from like chili flakes. Like
yeah,
chili
it
flakes.
looks like it's like the consistency of pepper, but it's red.
Okay.
And it's hot, like hot.
Yum.
And delicious.
Wait, what's your popcorn oil?
I have a literal vat of like oil that I got from Amazon that is like specific for, like, we would use it at the movie theater to like.
What kind of oil is it?
I don't know. I don't know what it's called. I can link it below.
Yeah.
Like
corn oil.
Yeah, like a canola oil, like
no, I don't know.
It's not olive oil.
Okay, you
No.
guys, there's this gross thing. When I worked at the pool in high school, we had one of those popcorn machines and you put the, like, it's the same stuff as the movie theater. And I don't know how this got started, but there was like this rumor that the butter that you put on the popcorn that is like this like orange goo. Somebody was like, it's made with baby goats' throats.
No, that is so offensive.
That was
honestly,
at the pool where I worked.
That is so offensive.
And then now looking back, I'm like, that's so fucking stupid. It's butter and
Wait,
oil.
what pool did you work at?
Creston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you about the time I saved a man's life another time.
Oh my god. Okay, queen.
Okay.
Is your obsession this week a food obsession too, Anna?
It's not.
Okay, good.
Is
I
yours?
know.
Yeah, mine is.
Okay.
Okay, I have two. A quick one and a little bit longer. So my quick one is, and I know you already talked about this like a few months ago, but that newsletter, like Unpublishable, or is it The Unpublishable? Is that how? Everyone needs to subscribe to this newsletter and read it, because I swear that single newsletter is helping me so much with just my own personal, like, everything I think about, like, beauty standards, aging, like, it seems like she writes this every week, like, is straight out of my head, and then, like, it is an amazing, amazing newsletter. She's, like, it makes me want to be just, like, I don't know, like, just myself and be 100% okay with it, and, like not
more freedom around.
Yeah, more freedom around, like, not wearing makeup, or like, because, like, I chose not to that day, and, like, and I still feel pretty, or, like, being okay with, like, my gray hair, or, like, this wrinkle isn't a big deal. It's, like, I am just getting older, like, just changing and, like, embracing the change instead of being, like, this crazy, like, we all have to have Instagram face, like you were saying, you know? My second one, though, is last night I was scrolling through TikTok, I got deep into TikTok, you guys. I unlocked a new wormhole.
What did you get? What did you spiral into?
There's this woman who does these cheek exercises and claims that she has these cheeks that look like she has cheek filler.
Oh, wait, no, Hannah sent me this. Yeah.
No.
So you guys are both on the, but she's like going like this, like.
Yes.
No. She making like a sucking face and lifting my cheeks.
Yeah, it looks like she has cheek filler, and she's like, no, I'm working out my cheeks, and I work out my cheeks every day. And so the main thing you do is you do one where you have to smile, show your teeth, and then suck your bottom lip in. So like,
oh my god, she looks like a clown,
like a horse. It's giving a horse woman. And then she says she holds like her cheeks right here because like to not have the wrinkles when she does it.
Okay, I just want to say, I feel like the woman who writes The Unpublishable would tell you that you don't need
She would.
Yeah.
She would. No, she would. This is why I need to be reading The Unpublishable every week, because I need this help. Anyway, so she's doing this, and I just couldn't stop staring at her videos, and I'm just like, do I believe you? Not really, but am I trying it while watching this video? 100%. And did I wake up this morning and do these workouts in the mirror?
No,
Yes, 100%.
no.
So I will be doing this for 1 month now, and I will report back on if it works.
Okay, you have to take a before photo.
I will do one today. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so funny.
What's yours, T?
Mine is also an obsession that came from TikTok. And if you're in the Facebook group, you know that I've been in my salmon era. Been really into buying
Salmon girl era.
Salmon, yeah.
Tell them about your studio salmon.
Oh my god.
No, why don't you tell them about the studio
salmon? Okay, I am a forgetful person. Okay, let's just start there. I forget things sometimes. If you let me borrow something of yours, I will never give it back to you. Not because I don't want to, but because I will always forget to bring it with me. I just leave things places. I just do. I buy a new hydro flask every 6 months because I'm always losing it. Like, whatever. So I have been in my salmon era making these like salmon salads that are delicious. I made one, brought it to the studio. I ate it. Everybody saw me eat it, so they all knew it was mine. And I had it in this like big glass Tupperware thing. And like, when I eat something at the studio like that, I put the Tupperware back in the fridge so that it's not like stinking up our shared work area. You know, like it's in the fridge, it's contained. And we have like a pretty small sink. I'm not going to do like a deep scrubbing of this Tupperware in the sink. So whatever. Like a week later, someone does like a refill of the studio.
It was for the party.
It was for the party. Okay, so it was there during the party.
Yes, it was there. Before the party.
Why didn't someone just throw it away? Like,
well, because I think then you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna take that home."
It's literally so it's been in there for like a month
at least.
Yeah. And everybody just is. I can tell. I can see the hatred in their eyes.
No.
Like, this disgusting girl has left her rotten salmon container in our fridge that our clients see.
Oh my god! No, it was hidden. It was hidden. That's
in the bottom back.
Yeah. I mean, it's like been tucked away. Like I haven't noticed it. But then yesterday, Hannah was at the studio doing a practice shoot. She sends a picture to everyone of fucking Tupperware, and I'm like, dude, this Tupperware needs to just be thrown away. So I was like, please just throw it away. And Hannah is like the least wasteful person I know. Like she probably felt like she was committing.
She probably took it home.
She probably
took it home and is using it right now. But I was like, literally just throw it away. Like I never.
It's contaminated.
No, you said it's a biohazard.
Yeah, it literally was. So anyway, I'm trying to be in my salmon era, but I'm also disgusting. That's the moral of that fucking story. But I found a recipe on TikTok for salmon that's so good.
Oh my god.
It's you marinate the salmon in soy sauce, olive oil, hot honey, salt and pepper. And I also added a little bit of mirin, which is like Japanese cooking wine. And then after marinating it, put it in a mixture of panko and Parmesan.
Say less.
And like
anything
garlic
with
powder.
Next week when we podcast, can we make these salmon bowls and podcast?
Yeah. Sorry.
You can come over just to eat with us.
Can we just have dinner instead?
Sure.
Instead of podcasting and eating salmon.
You guys can come over whenever. It's literally the easiest recipe.
It sounds so good.
The only bad part about it is that you have to cut the skin off the salmon. And I cut my finger really bad doing that.
God, she did, you guys.
So Colin has to cut the skin off the salmon now because it's too slippery for me. But you toss it in this marinade. People put it in the air fryer. I have a convection oven, so I put it in the convection oven.
Is it in pieces? Like in cubes?
In like cubes.
Okay, that's what I thought, yeah.
And then what I've been eating it with is coconut rice, which I make with a can of coconut milk and sugar and salt, basically, and rice. And then this slaw that is like cabbage, mangoes, mint, peppers, cucumbers, like a bunch of stuff like that. And then mix that all together. I made like a little like Asian dressing to go with it. And then put the salmon on top. It's like the best bowl, and it's like so like refreshing and crisp.
Yum.
And you don't feel like super like weighed down after.
No, and it like checks all the boxes. It's like sweet, salty, but healthy, crunchy. I also put some avocado on it.
Yum.
Lots of protein, healthy fat. So it's like my meal fixation right now. All right.
Okay. Amanda, thank you again.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
You're a queen.
Again.
We love you. I know the Posse loves you. The Posse's obsessed with you.
I love the Posse so much. It makes me sick. I love them.
Thanks for giving us the phrase, the Peach Posse.
Of course.
Okay. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait. Where can they find us?
Where can people find you, Amanda?
I don't even know my TikTok handle.
Really?
It's your girl Amanda.
It's your girl Amanda.
Okay.
I don't know. Amanda E. Spence on Instagram. What else?
That's it.
Yeah.
And you can find us at nakedpeachboudoir.com and at the Naked Peaches. And I'm T Smells with a Z on all the social platforms.
I'm at Anna McLaughlin Photo. I am slightly less shadow banned now. One of my achievements has been unlocked from all my deleting. I'm still getting there, but I am coming up a little bit more, but probably type in my full handle.
Yeah. All right. And with that, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye. 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 Bye.